Hello everybody, welcome back, and I hope you're all keeping safe and well, and you're ready to watch another madcap episode of building this station. And we've got a lot left to do with this build. Last time we fitted these columns to the steelwork, and now we can start on the surrounding canopy, but there's still a few little bits to do before we can start the actual canopy itself. So let's see how far we can get this week with this build. So let's head over to the bench. The first thing we're going to do is glue all of these little signs that we painted last week. So we're going to start with the station's master's office, and then we shall continue one sign at a time on one side, then flip the building over and then do the other side. So I'm just putting this sign just above that decorative stone. And all I'm using is contact adhesive again, because it'll actually melt the plastic and then stick to the card. So I'm just checking to make sure that that's the same height as the other ones we've done over there. Yeah, 29 millimeters. So when we look along the platform, we can still read the lettering. So that's the station master's sign, and we shall continue, and then we shall flip the building over and then do the other side. While I was touching up the blue paintwork where I've stuck signs onto the buildings and things, I've come up with the idea of gluing some railings to the booking office here. Now, with there being so much of a criminal element around Tyne Dock, and plus there's a safe in there, isn't there, with a nice big shiny gold handle on, and if the Green Menace gets word that there's gold in the booking office, he might fancy his chances. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already painted these railings in the blue, so what I'll do is when this paint's dry I'll cut out 4, and 4 is just about the right width to glue onto those windows. I'll glue one this side and one the other side, and that will give the booking office that little bit more security. But in the meantime, I shall carry on touching up the blue paint on these signs. See, I've got a little bit more to do in there. I have now cut some strips of card, 11mm wide, 2mm thick. These strips of card are going to bring the height from the canopy supports to the height of the column supports, if you know what I mean, to bring them level. And it is literally about 11mm, slightly under. So if I paint these first, it'll save painting them later once they're glued on. Old Sid will sleep a lot better now. Now we've got some extra security at the booking office. Right, so moving on a little bit. Those pieces of card now I've started to cut. So I've got two templates there. We've got the template for cutting the shapes that we need, and we've got a test fit template, because obviously once you've drawn around that template, the width of the pencil line, if you like, could make the pieces that you cut slightly bigger. Hence why we've got a test piece of card to check the pieces before we fit them onto the building. And if I put a rule across now, all of these, they should be at the same level. They're all touching. So, and this is what the end of the station looks like. We have 3 supports at this end and 2 supports at the other end. So that's the roof supports in. So these are the roof supports, and they are the canopy supports. And what we need to do now is to tie them in by cutting some 5mm card from there to there and tie in all these roof supports, and to try and straighten them up. As you can see, this one needs pushing out slightly, but yeah. And then along the back there we need to put in some support as well, otherwise the roof will just do this, it'll just sag. And so that's where we are at the moment, and there's the view along the station front, as it were, with all the roof supports in, and we're slowly getting there. I just thought I'd show you this. So the next phase is to tie in all these roof supports ready for the roof to be fitted. And this is what I mean about tying in all those roof supports with the 5mm wide and the 2mm thick card, and it just straightens up anything that's out of line quite neatly, as you can see. And what I've done with this corner here, if I can just steady the camera and zoom in, you can see the card is cut in a V, and it goes to both sides of the wall, as you can see there. So I've created a V on the edge of the card, so when it's glued in there, it's glued in there quite solid. And at the other end, where it slopes down, it actually sits on another piece of card which ties in the corner. So that should be quite a sturdy structure when it's all stuck together with the roofing on. And as you can see, we've got a few more corners to do, and that's what I mean by the edge of the wall there. where the card has to be cut into a V to go into both sides of the wall. It just gives it a little bit more extra strength. Right, I think that's all we've got for this week, and we normally end up here, but as you can see, the station is still over at the bench, and yeah, I didn't want to keep bringing it to and forth like I said in the last week's video. And it does look a bit strange not having the building sitting on a platform, and you've got Matey Boy there just waving his cloth around in mid-air. I don't think he realises that the station's gone, but there you go. Right, now then, some latest news regarding the competition. We've had 25 entries for the competition, everybody with the correct answer. Now if you missed the competition, all the details are in the video number 454, and it's not too late to enter the competition. You have to leave the answer in that set of comments on 454, not in this video. And it was all regarding where else have you seen one of these huts. So yeah, don't be too late in entering that competition, because it finishes next Friday at 6 PM, when I shall make the draw out of the hat and see who wins those goodies. Right, now, what do I normally say round about now? Oh, that's all there is from me this week. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Cheerio. Bye.